Good morning, everyone, or maybe it's good afternoon when you're watching this. So today I'm going to read one of my favorite books to you. So it comes from England and it's called The Lost Words by Robert McFarlane, who wrote the words, and Jackie Morris, who's a very clever person who drew it. And you'll see, and this book also wants you to be very clever because you're going to have to guess some things. And I bet you can. I bet you'll get all of them. But let's have a look. So so here we've got the opening pages, and we've got this really lovely bunny and these birds here. I hope you can see them. So once upon a time, words began to vanish from the language of children. They disappeared so quietly that at first almost no one noticed, fading away like water on stone. The words were those that children used to name the natural world around them: acorn, adder, bluebell, bramble, conker, gone. Fern, heather, kingfisher, otter, raven, willow, wren, all of them gone. The words were becoming lost, no longer vivid in children's voices, no longer alive in their stories. You hold in your hands, or I hold in my hands, and you're looking at it with me, a spell book for conjuring back these lost words. To read it or to watch it with me, you will need to seek, find, and speak. So it's a little bit of a game that we're going to play. It deals in things that are missing and things that are hidden, in absences and in appearances. It is told in gold. The gold are the goldfinches. So these little birds are called goldfinches. And in summer, we can see them in many of our gardens or in many of even the cities and towns. Just look for them in the trees. I bet there's one waiting for you to see it. And it holds not poems, but spells of many kinds that might just, by the old strong magic of being spoken aloud, unfold dreams and songs and summon lost words back into the mouth and the mind's eye. So, this is the first one that you have to guess. Can you guess the words? Can you find the words in this? I know it might be a little bit difficult for you, but there's hidden words. So, I'm going to give you a clue. So look for the gold words, so the dark gold words, and maybe you'll be able to find it. This one's a little bit difficult, but you will learn as we go ahead, you will do it. So this one is acorn. So we've all seen those great big trees, oak trees, and oak trees have acorns, and we know that squirrels love them. So acorn, as flake is to blizzard, so you can see they've got an acrostic poem here, ACORN. So as flake is to blizzard, as curve is to sphere, as knot is to net, as one is to many, as coin is to money, as birds is to flock, as rock is to mountain, as drop is to fountain, as spring is to river, as glint is to glitter, as near is to far, as wind is to weather, as feather is to flight, as light is to star, as kindness is to good. So acorn is to wood. So one of the things that I sometimes tell my children when they are looking at poems is to maybe write down the words that you really like, and you can make your own poem from those. So here we've got a really lovely owl that's sitting in an oak tree with acorns around it. So here's another one, another tricky one. See if you can find the hidden words in this. So I know that for now it's still going to be a little bit tricky, but just keep trying. So adder, I don't know about you, but I'm scared of snakes. But here is a rather beautiful adder. So a hank of rope in the late hot sun, a curl of bark, a 6 and 8. For adder is as adder basks, deep in heather, coiled in gorse, sunk among the winter stones. For adder is as adder hides, darts, diamond slides, sine wave swerves, live wire curves of force. For adder is as adder glides, echo of snake, self-escape, a left-behind ghost. For adder is as adder sheds, rustle of grass, sudden susurrus. What the eye misses, for adder is as adder hisses. And here we have a little adder family, all nestling among the ferns. So there's very beautiful pictures in this book. So I think this one is going to be easier for you to find the word. So do you see? So the clue is look for the words in blue. Can you see them? Have you made out a word? Okay, let's try. Let's see if you're right. Bluebell. So bluebells, we're seeing bluebells at the moment because when I'm reading this to you, it's spring. So maybe you saw some bluebells. Blue flowers at the blue hour, let daylight in a bluebell word. Under branch, below leaf, billows blue so deep, sea deep. Each step is taken in an ocean. Blue flows at the blue hour. Colour is current, undertow. Enter the wood with care, my love, lest you're pulled down by the hue, lost in the depths, drowned in blue. We're going to see what they mean by that on the next page. So look, we've got an owl and a fox walking through a wood or flying through a wood that's full of bluebells. And there's so many bluebell flowers, the ground looks blue. It's very, very pretty. I wish I'd seen something like that. So we've got another word that you've got to find. So if you find the dark letters, what word is it that you're finding? So just have a look and then let me read. So here we've got the lovely birds, and they're in brambles and they're eating the blackberries, which are really delicious. I love the blackberries. So, and here we've got another one where you've got to guess the words. So try and find these words and see what you get. So I hope I'm not going too fast for you. Conker. So these are chestnuts, and in England what children do is they make what they call conkers with them. Cabinet maker, could you craft me a conker? Oil its wood, burnish its veneer, set it glowing from within? Never, not a chance, no hope at all. King, then could you command me a conker? Compel its green spikes to grow, its white plush to thicken? Impossible, impractical, inconceivable. Engineer, surely you could design me a conker, refine its form, mill its curves and edges, manufacture me that magic casket. Unfeasible, unworkable, unimaginable. Realize this, said the cabinet maker, the king, and the engineer together. Conker cannot be made, however you ask it, whatever word or tool you use, regardless of decree. Only one thing can conjure conker, and that thing is tree. So let's see what we have next. So here, what birds are those? Do you know what birds those are? They're eating the conkers. So those birds are crows, and they've got great big strong beaks, and they're able to eat them. So we got another one, which is also quite difficult to figure out. So let's see. I bet your eyes are getting better now, and you're able to figure these out. So let's see what you what you find this time. Okay. Dandelion. It's a dandelion. So we all know dandelions. So they grow in cracks in the concrete, they grow in the gardens, and they give these lovely puffy things we all like to blow. So dandelion, dazzle me, little son of the grass, and spin me, tiny time machine. Tick tock, sun, clock, thistle and dock. Now no longer known as dainty-line, lion's tooth, or windblow, tick tock, sun, clock, nettle and dock. Evening glow, milkwitch or parachute, so let new names take root, thrive and grow. Tick tock, sun, clock, rattle and dock. I would make you some, such as bane of lawn perfectionists, or fallen star of the football pitch, or scatterseed, but never would I call you only, merely, simply weed. Tick tock, sun, clock, clover and dock. So here we've got lots of our goldfinches and a bunny. Bunnies like to eat dandelions. And actually, dandelion leaves are good for us too. Oh, so now we've got another one for you to guess. So let's see what you're able to find here. You see, this one's almost done in a heart shape, the words. So let's see if you can figure them out. Fern. I love to eat fiddleheads in May. I don't know about you. So fern. Fern's first form is furled. Each frond fast as a fiddlehead. Reach, roll out, and unfold follows. Fern flares. Now fern is fully fanned. So we can see how the leaves reach out, a bit like a peacock showing its feathers. Look how pretty that is with all those ferns. So if you go walking in the woods, that's what you see and that's what you find. And then we have another one. And what I think you should do is have a look for the words in pink, because I think that will help you find what we're looking for next. So heather. Heather is never only heather, as moor is never merely moor. Ever lain down in heather, got its measure, seen how it shares its weather, with asphodel and bilberry, crowberry and cotton grass, grows together with tormental's flower, moss's cushion, lichen's feather. Hold a heartful of heather, never let it wither. Even as you travel far from crag and river, remember the company it keeps, its treasure. So, oh, here we have somebody really beautiful. Look at her. So she's a heron. So these birds you will sometimes see if you go to rivers and lakes. Heron. Here hunts heron. Here haunts heron. Huge hinged heron. So if you're Asian, maybe you know these birds because they're famous in your culture. Great winged weapon, eats from iron and reeked from blue, and beaked with steel. Heron statue seeks ill. Rock still at Wearsel, stone still at Wearsel, dead still at Wearsel, still at Wearsel, until eelless at Wearsel, heron magically unstatues. Out of the water creaks long legs heron, old priest heron, from here on in all sticks and planks and rubber bands, all clanks and clicks and rusty squeaks. Now heron hauls himself into flight, early aviator, heavy freighter, and with steady wing beats boosts his way through evening light to roost. So here, oh look, here we see a beautiful heron flying across the moon. There was such a beautiful moon last night. Here we have kingfisher. So it's really difficult to see these beautiful birds. It's worth it if you're lucky enough to see one. So kingfisher, the colour giver, flame flicker, rivers quicker, ink black bill, orange throat, and quick blue, back gleaming feather stream, neat and still it sits on the snag of a stick, until with gold flare, wing fan, hook crack the kingfisher, zingfisher, singfisher, catch down too fast, to follow quick and in the water, slings its arrow, super swift to swallow, stickleback, or shrimp, or minnow. Helicon is its name, also ripper-calmer, water nester, evening angler, weather teller, rain bringer, and rainbow bird that sets the stream alight with burn and glitter. So here, this is a bird that we don't really get in America, but they have it in England and in Europe, and it's called a magpie. So magpies are thieves. They like to steal shiny things. So if you had a lovely shiny, you see my ring? A magpie would love to steal that ring. So magpie manifesto: argue every toss, gossip, bicker, yak and snicker all day long, pick a fight in an empty room, interrupt, interject, intercept, intervene. Every magpie against every other walking, flying, swimming, creeping creature on earth. So let's see. So here, look, we have one of our birds, and we have this amazing gecko. So let's see what we find out. So here you are going to have to guess another word. So let's see what you're able to find. Okay, I hope I'm holding the pages properly for you. So here is a very dear little creature. And this again is also a creature that you will find in rivers and streams and lakes. So this is an otter. Otter enters river without falter. What a supple slider out of halt and into water. This shapeshifter's a sheer breath taker, a sure heart stopper. But you'll only ever spot a shadow flutter, bubble skein, and never, almost never, actual otter. This swift simmer's a silver miner, with trout its oar it bores each black pool deep and deeper, delves up current steep and steeper, turns the water inside out, then inside outer. Ever dreamed of being an otter? That utter underwater thunderbolter, that shimmering twister. Run to the riverbank, otter dreamer. Slip your skin and change your matter. Pour your outer being into otter, and enter now as otter without falter into water. Is a starling. So we see lots of these birds, particularly in the evening. So if you've seen lots of sort of small black birds all getting together in the evening and going into trees, those are very often the starlings or the swallows. So should green as moss be mixed with blue of steel, be mixed with gleam of gold, you'd still fall short by far of the tar-bright, oil-slick sheen and gloss of starling wing. And if you sampled sneaker squeaks and car alarms and phone ringtones, you'd still come nowhere near the rooftop rip-rap sweet smarts hip-hop of starling song. Let shade clasp, cold clasp, pitch, clasp, storm clasp, witch, they'd still be pale beside the in the dead of night black, cave black, head cocked, fight back gleam of starling eye. Northern lights teaching, shoaling, fish teaching, swarming flies teaching, clouding ink, would never learn the ghostly, swirling, surging, whirling, melting, murmuration of starling flock. I wonder if you can make lots of fabulous words like that, all sort of rhyme together. So here we have some more animals that you might see in the woods, or you might not see. But it's nice to dream that maybe one day we would see them. So this is a poor old willow. Oh my gosh, this poor willow, look. Must be a very old willow, I think. because it doesn't even have its leaves, but maybe it's just winter. Okay. So willow, when the wind blows, so your branches billow, oh, will you whisper while we listen, so we learn what words your long leaves loosen. And then for our last one, we've got this tiny, lovely little wren. So when wren whirs from stone to furs, the world around her slows. For wren is quick, so quick she blows the air through which she flows. Yes, now you think you see wren, now you know you don't. So thank you for staying with me, and I hope you have a lovely day.